Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to give you the second part to my expression translation guide. Here we're going to focus on subtraction and division. So we'll start with subtraction first. These tend to be a little bit more difficult to translate, but I'll do my best to make this as clear as possible. So A minus B. This is one way to write out a division or a subtraction problem. One way that we know that we're dealing with subtraction, if this was written out in words, is if we see this keyword right here. Difference. The difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. The difference of A and B. We could also say A minus B, so we can say A minus B. We can also say, this one tends to trip people up a lot, and that's B subtracted from A. So B subtracted from A, you're kind of working backwards. Remember, subtraction and division both are not commutative. If this was 10 and this was 3, 10 minus 3 is not the same as 3 minus 10. Those are two different numbers. So again, difference minus B subtracted from A. We can also say A decreased by B. We can also say B less than A. So less than. Let me adjust this here in 1 second. These are some keywords letting us know that we're dealing with subtraction. So again, A minus B, B subtracted from A decreased by B, B less than A. These all mean subtraction. Let's move on to division next. So a couple different ways to write division. We could say A divided by B this way, or we can say A divided by B this way. They both mean the same thing. One way we know we're dealing with a division problem, if this was written out in words, we could say the quotient. Remember that this means the answer to a division problem. We can say A divided by B. We can also say B divided into A. This number is getting divided into this number. We can also say A over B. That's probably the way you would see this one written the most. A over B. One key word I see a lot, and this trips people up, is this word here, per. We can say A per B. Think of like per as like a rate, like miles per hour, meters per second. We'll go over examples of that in later videos, but these are some keywords when dealing with division. And again, much like subtraction, these are not commutative. A divided by B is not the same as B divided by A. That is your guide for translation for algebraic expressions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.